Welcome to class 9 chemistry. Study of gas law is the chapter going on. In this video we will study about another law, Charles' law. The first law was Boyle's law and this is Charles' law. What is Charles' law? Actually, Boyle studied the change in volume with pressure keeping temperature constant. So out of the three variables, volume, pressure and temperature was kept constant and volume and pressure relation was found by Boyle. Okay. Under this, Charles has done just a little different. He kept pressure constant and change in volume is observed by change in temperature. Okay. So after doing that, he came to a conclusion and gave a law which is called as Charles' law. What is Charles' law? The volume of the fixed mass of an enclosed dry gas increases by 1/273th part of its initial volume at 0 degrees Celsius for every 1 degree Celsius rise in temperature and vice versa, provided pressure remains constant. Now it looks complicated, okay? So let us understand it with help of an example. Basically what this law says, volume of enclosed dry gas, fixed mass of enclosed dry gas, whatever is the volume at 0 degrees Celsius, okay? If you increase the temperature by 1 degree Celsius, then the volume will also increase. How much? By 1/273 of whatever volume was there at 0 degrees Celsius. And if decreases, then volume will also decrease. That means volume and pressure, temperature are directly proportional. Okay. So if the temperature increases, volume also increases. So let us assume that for an enclosed mass of dry gas, the volume at, for example, volume of enclosed dry gas at 0 degrees Celsius is 273 cc. Cc means cubic centimeter. Okay. Now let us suppose we are pressure remaining constant. Here pressure is constant. Pressure remaining constant. Now 0 degrees Celsius, the temperature, the volume is 273 cc. Now if the temperature increases by 1 degree Celsius, that means it will go to 0 degrees Celsius to 1 degree Celsius. Yes. So at 1 degree Celsius, increase in by 1 degree Celsius. So if it increases by 1 degree Celsius, what will be the volume? Volume will also increase. How much? 1/273th of initial volume. So increase, we have to add it to the initial volume. So it will be 273, which is initial volume, plus increase. What is the increase? 1/273 multiplied by 273. 1/273th of initial volume. So this 273 and 273 will be cancelled. So it will be 273 plus 1. So what will be the volume? 274 cc. So if the volume, temperature increases by 1 degree Celsius, volume increases. So the 273 cc will become 274 cc. Another way, it decreases. Yes, that means at -1 degree Celsius, because initial temperature is 0 degree Celsius. 1 degree Celsius minus means it will go to -1 degree Celsius. So at -1 degree Celsius, volume will decrease by 1/270th of the initial volume. So initial volume minus 1/273 multiplied by 273. So again the same way, here 273 minus 1. So what will be the volume? 272 cc. Okay. So if the temperature increases, so one more, then you can calculate accordingly. So if increases, then volume increases. Temperature decreases, then temperature decreases. This was given by Charles. Now, Charles' law was given, then a scientist called Kelvin, now we are studying about concept of absolute zero or Kelvin zero. Okay, what is this? We will come to know later. So, a scientist called Kelvin, he applied Charles' law and calculated volume of enclosed mass of dry gas by changing the temperature, keeping the pressure constant. So, he kept on changing the temperature and calculated volume, and he came to some conclusion. Let us see what he did. Okay. So, according to him, if volume of the gas, enclosed mass of gas at 0 degrees Celsius is 273 cc. He also has taken like that. Now, he kept on decreasing the temperature. So, volume at -1 degree Celsius will be equal to 273 plus 1 upon 273 into 273 minus 1. Just don't get confused, because in the last calculations when we did -1, we wrote, since the temperature is decreasing, volume will also decrease. Okay, so 273 minus 1 upon 273 into 273 was written. Or you can write like this, because here not only -1, we keep on decreasing. So that is one and the same. You can solve like that or this way also. So it will be 273 plus 1 upon 273 multiplied by 273. Again this will come to 272 cc, because this 273 will get cancelled by this. So 273 minus 1 will be 272 cc. Similar manner. Now volume, and after that he kept on decreasing and reached to temperature -100 degrees Celsius. Okay. So what will happen at 100 degrees Celsius minus 100 degrees Celsius? Let us see. 273 plus 1 upon 273 into 273 minus 100 degree. Okay. So it will become 273 and this will get cancelled. So it will come 173 cc. So -1 degree Celsius, 272. It has come from 273 to 272. Then from here, when reached to -100 degrees Celsius, it has become at -100 degrees Celsius, it has become 173 cc. Now after that, he reached to -273 degrees Celsius. Okay, and then it will become 273 plus 1 upon 273 into 273 minus 273. Okay, only few calculations are shown. Now again this will get cancelled. So 273 minus 273 will become 0 cc. So what was the observation? At 0 degrees Celsius, volume was 273 cc. Kept on decreasing, -1, then 272. At every one step, -100 degrees Celsius, 173. Then decreasing. When it reached to -273 degrees Celsius, it was observed that volume becomes 0 cc according to the calculation given by Charles' law. Okay, but for any matter, gas is the form of matter, one state of matter, means matter should have mass and volume. It cannot have 0 volume. So what was the question now? Charles' law is not correct or it is correct, but we can verify Charles' law. It was very well goes with the terms and the conditions. So what Kelvin came to a solution for this? He said that -273 degrees Celsius is the lowest limit of temperature where the volume of enclosed dry gas becomes 0 and it is not possible to reach. Okay, so -273 degrees Celsius is the lowest limit of temperature which cannot be reached. That means the volume will not become 0. Now this -273 degrees Celsius is given as absolute zero. has done this. To honor, it is also called as Kelvin zero. Now, what is absolute zero? It is lowest limit of temperature where enclosed dry gas, volume of enclosed mass of dry gas at constant pressure becomes zero. Okay, so it is not possible to reach. So this is what Kelvin's observation and little bit changes in Charles' law. So let us see what is absolute scale and Charles' law according to Kelvin. Okay, now let us see concept of absolute scale. We have studied about absolute zero, which is also called as Kelvin zero. Now we will see using that new scale has developed, like we measure temperature in degrees Celsius. Okay, similarly to measure temperature in Kelvin. Earlier while teaching all the three variables, while teaching temperature, I told you there is, apart from degrees Celsius, Fahrenheit also is there, which we are not using over here. Kelvin is a bigger unit, and the relation between Kelvin and degree Celsius is whatever is the temperature in degree Celsius plus 273, means Kelvin is 273 times more than degree Celsius temperature. Okay, so let us see that later once again. So a new scale is formed which is called as absolute scale, or after the name of the scientist, can also be called as Kelvin scale of temperature. Now what is this Kelvin scale or absolute scale of temperature? The new temperature is such that the zero comes at minus 273 degrees Celsius. Okay, so zero at Kelvin scale is minus 273 degrees Celsius. So minus 273 degrees Celsius, such that each degree on it is equal to 1 degree on Celsius scale. That means 0 is at minus 273 degrees Celsius, but every 1 degree on the Celsius scale or Kelvin scale is same. So every change will be 1 degree. Okay, so this is what absolute scale or Kelvin scale. Let us see characteristics of this scale. Kelvin 0 as starting point. So minus 273 degrees Celsius is the starting point, we say. So instead of writing degree Celsius, since it is Kelvin scale or absolute scale, it is written as 0. Okay, so 0 Kelvin is the starting point. So it will start with 0 Kelvin. All the temperature at Kelvin scale are positive. Okay, Kelvin 0 is the starting point. All the temperature will be positive. It is degree Celsius minus, but when it goes to Kelvin, it becomes positive, 0. Okay, 0 onwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So after 0, all positive numbers will be there. So all the measurements will be positive. So all the temperature at Kelvin scale are positive. Okay, so whenever we are expressing temperature in Kelvin, you have to calculate. How to calculate? See, temperature on Kelvin scale, K is equal to 273 plus temperature in degrees Celsius. Okay, so if the temperature is 27 degrees Celsius, let us suppose today's room temperature is 27 degrees Celsius, I have to express it in Kelvin. So what I will do, I will add 273 to this 27. So Kelvin will be equal to 300. So the temperature is, if Kelvin scale I have to tell that temperature is 300 K. Now see the difference. At Celsius it is 27 degrees Celsius and Kelvin 300. This degree, this symbol is not there. So whenever we express temperature in Kelvin, it is simply that number written and capital K, but there is no degree. So Kelvin scale temperature is never expressed in degrees. So degree Celsius we are writing, but here 300. Don't write it as 300 degree K, then it will be wrong. So only 300 K. Okay, so this is all about Kelvin scale and its characteristics. Let us see Charles' law based on Kelvin scale. Definition of Charles' law based on Kelvin scale. Pressure of enclosed mass of dry gas remaining constant, volume of the gas is directly proportional to its Kelvin temperature or absolute temperature. So this is the term, very, very important. So if the pressure is constant, volume is directly proportional to Kelvin temperature. Let us suppose the volume of enclosed mass of dry gas is V, and temperature, absolute temperature or Kelvin temperature is T. Then according to this law, V is directly proportional to T. What is here condition? Pressure remaining constant. So V is equal to KT, where K is constant of proportionality. Constant of proportionality. This can also be written as V upon T is equal to K. Okay. So this is given using this law. So let us see if the volume and temperature are observed under constant pressure by changing the temperature, then what happens? Let us suppose volume is V1 at temperature T1 and it is V2 at temperature T2. So we can say that initially when temperature was T1, volume initially was V1. So initial volume, initial temperature. When temperature goes to T2, final temperature, let us suppose, then volume becomes V2. Then let us apply the law and see. So V1 will be proportional to T1, which can be written as V1 is equal to KT1 or V1 upon T1 is equal to K. Okay. This can also be written as V2 is proportional to T2. V2 is equal to KT2. So V2 upon T2 is equal to K. Equation 2. Okay. So relation between initial volume, initial temperature, final volume and final temperature. Now see the right hand side, here also K in equation 1 and equation 2. Compare equation 1 and equation 2. The right hand side entities are same. So the left hand side will also be same. So comparing from equation 1 and 2, we can write V1 upon T1 is equal to V2 upon T2. So this is called as Charles' law equation. Okay, and this equation is used in numericals. Charles' law equation. Okay, I will write once again this equation here, so you will understand better what is the final Charles' law equation which you are going to use in numerical. V1 upon T1 is equal to V2 upon T2. Okay, pressure remaining constant. What was Boyle's law equation? T1 V1 is equal to T2 V2, and here V1 upon T1, V2 upon T2, where T1 and T2 are absolute temperatures. Now verification of Charles' law. Let's verify Charles' law that volume is directly proportional to absolute temperature, keeping pressure constant. Okay, let us suppose the temperature is taken in Kelvin, okay, and volume is taken in decimeter cube. First case, when temperature was 100 K, volume was 0.5. Okay, now temperature has become 100 to 200, that means double. So the volume has also become double because it is directly proportional. So 5 to 1. It has become 3 times, 100 to 300, then it will also become 3 times. 4 times, 100 to 400, then 0.5 to 2. So this is according to the law. Let us verify by plotting a graph and see what shape of the graph is coming over here. So for 100 K, volume is 0.5. For 200, it is 1. For 300 it is 1.5, and for 400 it is 2. So if you join this, you get a straight line. So whenever two terms are directly proportional, you should get a graph in straight line. So this verifies Charles' law. Let us Solve some numericals. In your textbook, open page number 144. Practice problem 1, first one. I am reading the numerical, word problem. You go through in your textbook, then we will solve. First one, a gas occupies 200 cubic centimeter at temperature of 27 degrees Celsius and 760 millimeter pressure. Find the volume of the gas at minus 3 degrees Celsius and 760 millimeter pressure. Here one thing you all have to understand, that pressure is given just to give some value, but both the cases pressure is given same, that means pressure remains constant. So whenever pressure constant, in exam you will get a mixed bag of sums, Boyle's law, Charles' law. So there you have to identify which one is Charles' law sum. So pressure has to remain constant and temperature is to be given. Now another thing you all have to note over here, let me write what are given things and then I will explain that. So first we will write what is given. Every time you must write, you know the formula, V1 upon T1 is equal to V2 upon T2 for Charles' law numericals. So what is V1? Initial volume. So what is initial volume given here? A gas occupies 200 cubic centimeters. So that will be initial volume. That is V1 cubic centimeter. Then comes T1 at 27 degrees Celsius. So 27 degrees Celsius is T1. Now see what is V2. Find the volume, that means V2 is question, and T2 at temperature minus 3 degrees Celsius. That means the temperature has changed from 27 degrees Celsius to minus 3 degrees Celsius. Now here one thing is very important, that is change of temperature. The temperature is given in degrees Celsius, but you have to use absolute temperature or Kelvin temperature. So you have to convert it into Kelvin temperature. So the first step is to write the given values and keep a question mark for the unknown. The second step is change the temperature from degrees Celsius to Kelvin. How to change? Just you have to add 273 to the given degree Celsius temperature. So it will be 27 plus 273, that is equal to 300 K. So what was the initial temperature? 300 K. Now here minus 3 plus, don't have to write degree, 2 plus 273 and it will be 270 K. Sign of the bigger number that you all know. Okay. So now we have T1 300 and T2 270. V1 is 200 and V2 is a question mark. For writing this you get 1 mark if it is 3 marks sum. So every step has marks, so you have to write all this correctly. Then the second thing is formula. What is the formula? V1 upon T1 is equal to V2 upon T2. Then substitute, for this you will get some marks. Then substitute the values. What is V1? 200. What is T1? 300. What is V2? Unknown, and T2 is 270. Okay? So this is how you have to write. Then you have to solve V2. I will write here. Better visibility will be there. So that will be V2 is equal to cross multiplication, 200 into 270 upon 300 into V2, so 300 will come over here. Now solve it. 3 ones are, 3 nines are 0, so it will be 180. What is the unit given here? Cubic centimeter. So it will be cubic centimeter. And then finally you write answer, volume of the gas at minus 3 degrees Celsius. When you are reporting, you write the given temperature. Will be 180 cubic centimeter. This is how you have to solve. A simple way of solving these sums. Now, practice problem 2, first one. A gas occupies 150 cubic centimeter at 57 degrees Celsius. Find the temperature to which gas be heated so that volume triples without any change in pressure. Okay. Now see here, a gas occupies 150 cubic centimeter at 57 degrees Celsius. So initial volume and initial temperature are given. So let us write whatever is given. V1 is given 150 cubic centimeter and T1 is given 57 degree Celsius. Then read the next part. Find the temperature. That means T2 is a question mark. Yes? Where find the temperature to which the gas is heated so that the volume triples and pressure is constant. So it is Charles' law. Volume triples. So what will be V2 is equal to initial volume multiplied by 3. So it will be 150 multiplied by 3. So it will be 450 cubic centimeter. Got it? Now you have to, what is the next step? This T1 which is given in degree Celsius convert into Kelvin scale. So very simple, 57 plus 273. So what will be the answer? It will be 330 K. Okay, 7 plus 3 and then this will come 330 K. So these are the values. Now you have to write the formula. V1 upon T1 is equal to V2 upon T2. Then substitute the values. So what is V1? V1 is given 150. So 150 upon 330. V2 450 upon T2. Then let us solve this. There. T2 is equal to, what is T2 equal to? Will be equal to 450 multiplied by 330 cross multiplication upon 150. Okay. Now you can say 153 is a 450 or otherwise you can do like this, 15 ones are and 15 threes are one and the same. So T2 will be equal to 990. Okay. Now here we have calculated what will be the unit here. Since it is given in Kelvin, this will also come in Kelvin. Now one thing you all have to remember that you have to report answer. Here it is 57 degrees Celsius. In the question it is given 57 degrees Celsius. We have substituted Kelvin value. So we have got answer in Kelvin. So final answer should be reported in degrees Celsius. So what will you write? So the temperature will be equal to 990 minus 273, that is equal to 717 degree Celsius. So finally you write answer, the final temperature where volume triples, it will be 717 degrees Celsius. So you have to remember one thing. Convert the given degree Celsius into Kelvin for calculation, and if the question is to calculate temperature, then finally the answer should be reported in degree Celsius by subtracting 273 from the answer which comes in Kelvin. Only these are the minor things you have to keep in mind, then you will get full marks. Now practice problem 3, first sum. To what temperature must a gas at 127 degrees Celsius be cooled so that its volume is reduced to 1/5 of initial volume? Now see here the number given is only initial temperature. Final temperature is a question. The volume is not given, only the information is that whatever initial volume, that will reduce to 1/5 because temperature is decreased, okay, and volume and temperature are directly proportional over here. So Let us see how to solve this sum. Let us write what is given. V1 T1. Let me write somewhere. V1 T1. Then V2 T2. Okay. Now what is V1? It's not given. We have to assume. So let us write what is given. T1 is given 127 degrees Celsius. Now T2 is question mark. Convert it into Kelvin. 127 plus 273. So it will become 400 K. So T1 is 400, T2 is question mark. Now volume is reduced to 1/5 of initial volume. So we have to assume here. Let us assume initial volume is x cubic centimeter. Okay. Then what will be final volume? 1/5 of x. It will be x upon 5 cubic centimeter. You can write the unit or you need not to write the unit because we don't know. So just as an assumption. So initial volume is x. So final volume will be x upon 5. Now substitute the value in the formula. V1 upon T1 is equal to V2 upon T2. So what is V1? X upon 400. V2 x upon 5. What is T2? It is a question. So this will become T2 will be equal to, just a cross multiplication. So T2 will be equal to 400x upon 5x. Okay. So this will be x will get cancelled, or you can write 1s and it will be 80. So T2 is 80 K. You can write here 400 into x also and 5 into x and cancel x. You can even cancel x over here. This x and x will get cancelled. So T2 will be 400 upon 5. So this is what Kelvin temperature. Converted into degree Celsius. So this will be 80 minus 273. So the answer will be, see, 273 minus 80 you have to do. Okay. So it will be 3 and 9 and 1. So it will be minus 193 degrees Celsius. So this will be the final answer.